Hi, moms and dads. I want to speak to you about something that I talk about frequently with a lot of people. It's not uncommon that I'm having a conversation with one of you about your challenges in parenting, conflicts specifically, and power struggles. And especially as your kids get older, this becomes really complex and not so simple. So one of the frequent things I run into is I'm really struggling with my son or daughter. We're butting heads. We're arguing about over everything, and our relationship is deteriorating. And there's an intense amount of emotions, and the power struggles are getting more frequent and more intense. So this is common in a lot of homes, actually. I think whether your son or daughter even struggles with anything psychiatric or not, I think this is a pretty common phenomenon. My one thought that I really have on this that I want to throw out there is there's a much higher probability that you are going to have to make some sort of first step for things to change. I'm going to put the onus on you to be the primary agent of change. Don't expect your children to mature overnight, to come to the realization that you're their parent and you're the authority and they should listen to what you have to say. I think that's unrealistic. They're kids. They are less mature than you. They're not going to develop insight overnight into recognition that you have their best interest in mind and that you love them and care for them. So you need to step back a little bit and recognize that you're going to be the primary agent of change. You're the one who's going to have to modify your approach. You're the one who's going to have to take ownership of your tone, of the amount of emotion you are putting forth in these conversations and these arguments. So don't expect them to change overnight. Don't expect them to develop this insight overnight. But you are going to have to take the first step. If you want to stop getting to power struggles with your kids, you're going to have to do things differently. And it does not mean that you're incorrect in setting limits and having consequences. However, the manner that it's done will have a tremendous impact on what happens. Sometimes this requires being creative. Sometimes this requires not responding in the way you have in the past, to not respond or to take more time to respond. But don't assume your kid is going to just get it if you keep yelling at them or you keep lecturing them. It's highly unlikely they're just going to get it. That's not going to work. The majority of times that does not work. I'm sure there are some kids where it probably does work, but the majority of the time the adult needs to be the primary agent of change.